Friends, very good evening. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Talent Traders. So this video, I'm going to discuss about one of the fund in small cap category. So last video, we discussed how to select four funds from the overall category list. And this video, specifically, I'm going to take one of the funds, how it is performed. And where you are seeing, this is a small cap index 250. Nifty small cap 250 index. So they are classified in the first 100 stocks should be a large cap one and under 250. The next 150 stocks should be a mid cap and above 251 it should be a small cap. So here you are seeing that small cap index and how it is growing over the period of time. So I'm just using a daily chart and it was keep on rising and it looks like a 45-degree, and that's why that funds are generated a huge return. And some of this from here almost 20 April 2021 it was keep on rising, and I'm just looking for a monthly chart. Maybe from 2020 it started and it was keep on rising, and last 2 months it was not performing well, but now it is started moving. If you are looking at the chart, so it is perfectly moving on upside trend. Okay, so that may be those who are watching the chart reading and other factors, so you'll know very well it's a clear uptrend. So maybe this point, this particular area, so maybe a consolidation, and again a consolidation breakout which is happening nearby 10,500 levels, almost to 15,200 now. So how we are going to utilize and what fund I am taken for this study is Nippon's India Small Cap Fund. So previously, that was a Reliance mutual fund. Now it is named as a Nippon mutual fund. So that fund which we have selected yesterday here, Nippon India Small Cap Fund. So the benchmark for this fund is Nifty Small Cap 250 Total Return Index, and the category for the fund is Nifty Small Cap. And how we can make a success from this fund? First thing is a long-term commitment, and the second benefit from that is a rupee cost averaging and fund selection, so that we are already selecting a right fund. So how that fund is working or how that fund is performing, we are looking back how it is performed in the past, and what is happening here in this fund. And you can look at this since inspection. So this fund is started on 2010 September. Okay, so almost to 14 years the fund is traveling, so which is generating you average CAGR return of 21.93 percentage. So the CAGR is nothing about, it is going to generate you some return up to how many years you are holding. So it is a yearly return, CAGR, compound annual growth rate. So almost 20% is a huge return. So normally in equity mutual fund we can expect 12 to 14%, but this fund is performing very well over the period of time, so more than 14 years. And here it is generating such a good result. And here in this fund, looking at how that fund is performing. The performance is based on the fund manager. So these are all the fund manager who are managing the funds. And that fund category is small cap and 250 index. And the same time, so you can see last 1 month 250 index, it's moving 1.8%, but this fund is performing 3. You know, all the periods, so 3 month basis and 6 month basis and year basis and 3 years basis and 5 years basis, almost 10 year basis, how that fund is performing over the period of time. So because this is a long-term commitment, so over 70% of the investors continue their long-term investments in mutual funds. So if you are patiently waiting for that in SIP, it will be giving you long-term investment strategy and profit too. Okay, so here in the fund which is managing currently 46,044.13 crores as on 29/2/2024. This is on up to last 29/2 in February. And as of now, the NAV is nothing about net assets value, and how whatever the investment which you are making on this fund, that can be going to purchase that unit value, that is net NAV value. So that is current price is 147.2. 1 4. I was seeing that is around 30 rupees on 2019 20. Now it is almost 147 for the period of time. And you can see other factors like expenses ratio and minimum investment in a lump sum basis. And SIP basis, you can start with just an 100 rupees. So you can start with the minimum 100 rupees. And about this fund, because it is directly involved in the small cap category and it is related to the market fund. Risk is high because of small cap category, and the market risk always be there in this fund. Okay, and this category is almost 3% return, and this is what are basic details about this fund, who manages the fund, and what is the index, and what is the category, and what is current NAV, and how much fund is managing under this one. So I'm just going within the performance basis, how this fund is performing in over the period of time by using a past performance calculator, which we can easily identify how this fund is performing over the period of time. So if I'm starting with an SIP amount, Nippon India Small Cap Fund, so where it is started, we know well 2010. Okay, 16/9/2010 is the fund is launched. If I'm going to start with then 5,000 rupees in SIP over the period of time. Okay, so if I'm just investing 5,000 rupees in this fund, if let us assume from 2010, so almost to 14 years, what is happening here in this Nippon India Small Cap Fund and the growth plan and growth option? It's about investment style. And started almost 69. That is what an beginning. That is an NAV launched. And end date is as of now 8/4 April 8 April 2024. So this is 5,000 investment. How much is grown? So what is your overall investment in the last 14 years? The 5,000 SIV amount is somewhere around 8 lakh 15,000. But the growth value which generated over the 25% return, so near about 55 lakhs is the current value. So if that fund is maintaining the same return, even if you have started an SIP, that will be grown. But so as per regulations, of the 12 to 13% or 14%, that's good enough return. So even we can make such a good corpus of amount in over the period of time. But here, if this fund is performing better comparing to the all the categories in this fund, so which is generating near about 25.2%. That's a huge from its beginning. So that 5,000 investment turned into 55 lakhs in a 4 years. And now that distribution, so the return distribution is nothing about in a monthly. So almost in 14 years, you are investing 163 months. Every month you are investing 5,000 rupees on this particular fund, and each and every month which you have invested, okay, how much percentage of the return which is generated, that is what a distribution of this thing. So for example, on 16/9/2010 you have invested a SIP amount of 5,000. That time the Sensex were trading around 19,000. Currently the Sensex is nearby 60 plus. Okay, and you can see what is the current Sensex value in the bottom. So it is every month we are doing 72,000, not a 60 plus. It's exactly 60 plus. It is a 70,000 plus. Okay, if I'm investing in the first month where I'm investing 5,000 rupees in this fund, so NAV of 10 rupees because we have bought that on launch date. So a lot of funds are launching recently. PGIM retirement fund is going to be launched soon. I think today is the last date, I think. So that if you are NFO period, the new fund offer period, if you are buying particular mutual fund units, it will be given you the 10 rupees. That is the initial value. So maybe 5,000 rupees, you will be buying 500 units on the day of 16/9/2010. After that, that 5,000 rupees, so it is holding that 5,000 which grown up to 68,000 as of now. That means a gain. Okay, and the number of days that fund held in the period, this particular fund is almost 4,950 days. The return, absolute return is 1,374 because the 5,000 rupees investment where it is grown up to 68,000. That means a profit on the first 5,000 which I invested. And the second month on 18/10 which I have started. So that day 5,000, that 5,000 after it holding for a 1921 days, almost 4,921 days, which is generating 1,300%. Like that. So if you are holding it is bigger, and that fund, for example, here almost a 46th month, which I invested 5,000, that was generating 738%. Then if you are seeing the latest investment, so which is happening on 18/3, that is the last month, that 5,000 also generating you more than 8% return. So that CAGR is almost 290, but overall CAGR is 25% in the last 14 years. Okay, so that is what the thing, the distribution. So what it simply says, if any month which you are invested 0 to 8%, so in the total 163 months, so 0 to 8% return, there is no months. And 8 to 12% also, there is no month. But as per our commitment, so we are looking for a 12 to 13% in equity fund. But this fund, even it is not generating a less than 12% in the last 163 months. That is the main concept which you are looking for. So 12 to 15 also, no months. You can see there is 0, 0, 0. And 15 above and 20 below, 15 to 20%, almost 1 month generate. 1 month, maybe any one of the month, that return would be 15 to 20% in between. And greater than 20%, if you are looking at all 162 out of 163 months, which is generating you more than 12%. So that means simply this fund, if you are looking for a long-term investment, minimum you can look for a greater than 12%. That would be better choices for where we can look this fund for a long-term appreciation, capital appreciation, and with the high risk ability. Here is the thing currently how that fund is grown, and along with this your NAV charts also 23. You can see 2014 12 rupees, and almost 2020 it's about 19, it is 838 to 40 rupees, and currently that NAV is almost 140 rupees. And whatever the investment which is grown are invested in this fund, that was growing in huge. And even at the 5,000 SIP which is grown in this fund is almost 55 lakhs. And here in the same, if I'm just looking for a 10,000 investment, but 10 years back the 5,000 it should be the very big amount. Okay, but now the 10,000 is not a very big amount. You think so, 5,000 and 2010. But if you are looking at from 2014 to maybe 2030, so for maybe our retirement plan, I'm not looking at this much of expected return. So maybe 12 to 13% if I'm getting from this fund, because based on this normal risk distribution, it is showing you 12% greater than almost 163 installment, more than 12%. So maybe the chances it is going to approximately grow on a 12% basis. That would be a great opportunity. And the 10,000 investment in the last 14 years from the data for where the fund is launched, if I'm taking out 10,000 investment, that would be grown more than 1 crore in just 14 years. But if you are looking for over the period of time, so that is going to generate the better result. And maybe your long-term commitment where you can create your asset or create your wealth over the period of time by using such a funds. Maybe a small cap is a high risky fund, and you know very well market is on highest level. But where whenever we can start an SIP, we don't worry about the market condition, because when the market is goes up, we are going to buying on a each and every level, higher level also. But if it is a correction happen, we have an opportunity to buy a more unit on the same amount of investment. So that is the major benefit while we are starting with an SIP, rupee cost averaging SIP, minimize the impact of market volatility, and also which is going to give you the averaging, and over the period of time that would be going to grow huge. So myself Bala, and I'm a SEBI AMFI registered mutual fund distributor. If you have any questions related to this fund, and if you want to start any your mutual fund, you will get a guidance from me, and you can just ping me on my WhatsApp number which shown on this video. And any other doubts also, you can just connect me. And maybe from next week onwards, we are going to plan with an weekly webinars. You also join, but in this video, I'm not going to update the link for a weekly webinar. But next week onwards, you will be getting a weekly webinar and the discussion. So you can connect me. So thank you so much, and save this video for your reference. And if you like this video, share to your friends, and any other questions down, you just ping me in the comment box or my WhatsApp. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching. And one of the best fund which you are looking for a long-term capital appreciation, that would be a Nippon India small cap. So that we selected by yesterday's analysis. So if you not looked at our yesterday's video, go back to our yesterday's video and you will be getting more detail how we are picking out this Nippon India small cap. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching.